Good evening, everyone. We'll begin the evening service of the Miroku Association headquarters, expressing our gratitude to God and Meishu-sama for the permission and protection granted us while participating today in God's divine plan of constructing a paradise on this earth. Let us pray together the Amatsu-Norito, the prayer of heaven, followed by the Miroku Prayer. Please stand. Taka amahara ni kanzumarimasu kamurogi kamuro mino mikoto mochite sume miyoya kamu izanagi no mikoto tsukushi no himuka no tachi hana no odo no ahagi harani Misogi harai tamo toki ni narimaseru. Harai dono o kami tachi. Moro moro no maga goto tsumi kegareo. Harai tamae kiyome tamae tomao sukoto no yoshio. Amatsu kami kunitsu kami yao yorozu no kami tachi tomoni. Ame no fujikoma no mimi purita tete. Kikoshi mese to kashi komi momaosu. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Miroku o mikami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Oshie miyoya nushi no kami mamori tamae saki hae tamae. Kam nagara tamachi haemase. Kam nagara tamachi haemase. Great God of light, creator and giver of all life, in accordance with your divine will, the long age of night draws to an end. Your radiant divine light, shining ever more brilliantly, awakens the dawn of the glorious age of light, a time long awaited by all humanity. We thank you for guiding us to your divine plan and for the privilege of channeling and receiving Johrei. May our spirits and bodies be illuminated and purified as we live your truth given to us by Meishu-sama. Make us pure and effective instruments of your divine light so that we may serve you and all those with whom we come in contact. May paradise on earth be realized with health, peace, and prosperity a reality in our lives. Great God of light, bless and protect us. Radiate our souls with your divine light so that we may truly become instruments of your great plan. Please be seated for group Johrei. May God bless you. Teaching this evening is entitled Faith from Daily Inspirations, page 38. In this world, there are many people receiving God's love and abundant blessings, yet they fail to recognize Him. There are people who insist there is no God, not realizing that through their own words they are denying their own existence. The future lives of those without faith are like floating upon moving waters, not knowing where to go. True faith should lead to serenity of mind and a life of happiness and joy. When we attain this state, we perceive the love of God in the sun, the moon, and the stars, in the beauty of nature, the songs of birds, and the perfection of flowers. We recognize God's caring in the abundance with which our every need is supplied, such as food, clothes, and shelter, and for which we express our gratitude. We sense our oneness with all life, not only with people, but with nature, with the plant and animal life all about us. This is spiritual ecstasy. Upon having done our best in any situation, in that tranquil and happy state of mind, we have perfect trust in God. When I'm faced with a difficult problem that seems to defy a solution, in spite of my best efforts, I turn to God for help and guidance. I release my problem to His wisdom and wait, trusting that the answer will present itself. I can say from experience that even if a prospect looks dark in the beginning, the result is always better than anticipated. God blesses me beyond my dreams. In His own ways, through His wisdom, is indeed wonderful. By placing my trust in God, my life has been richly blessed with His miracles. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining the Miroku Association evening service. This evening, I want to share the faith experience of Edivania Gabriela Kimoni Bumba. She's from the Simeone Felimar Johrei group in Angola. Edivania is 18 years old. She's a member and gives service as the person in charge of collecting and editing faith experiences. She was introduced to our church in Angola in 2009 when she was very young through her grandmother, Maria Mulaza, an active member of our church. At the time, she joined her grandmother when giving service at the Johrei Center. Edivania used to feel many headaches, which caused her vision difficulties. This fact made her fail the same school year twice. Thus, whenever she went to church with her grandmother, she brought flowers that she placed at home. Her paternal grandmother, who was from another church, didn't like the flowers and was disgusted whenever she saw them. She complained and even forbade Edvania to enter her home with the flowers. But that didn't make her give up bringing the flowers, disobeying her paternal grandmother. Sometime later, she and her family moved to another neighborhood, taking up residence in Simeone. One day, as a group of jury members passed by, Edvania's mother invited them to pray at her home. They channeled Johrei and arranged flowers. When Edvania started dedicating at Simeone Felimar's Johrei group, she was given the task of being the MC for prayer services and became involved with the youth activities. By giving service assiduously, she began receiving many blessings, especially at school. She was elected one of the best students. Her handwriting improved, and she was often dismissed earlier than other students because of the good grades she had. Thanks to giving services, she managed to go to high school. Sometime later, her parents, who were already members, decided to support her in giving a special donation for the Ohikari, and she was finally blessed to become a member on August 21st, 2016, to better serve in the divine work. Another faith experience she would like to share with us is related to cleaning activities. Some time ago, she was very distressed because her parents didn't have the money to pay for her school fees. This worried her a lot, and she thought daily on how she would finish her studies that year. It was then that the Johrei sent her hand, volunteered to dedicating Edivania's home, so that they both were to clean her room, arrange flowers, and have a Johrei exchange. After the channeling, they talked, and Edivania opened her heart about all the distress she felt. The center head guided Edivania to pray, asking for forgiveness for her shortcomings and to return to giving service as she used to do. After the cleaning was finished, she got ready and went to school, thinking she might not be able to attend her classes. But thanks to the Supreme God and Meishu-sama, even with 2 months behind in paying her tuition fees, the school allowed her to attend classes normally. She complied with the guidance given and said a prayer of apology to her ancestors. After that, a man, a friend of her mother's, appeared at her house, bringing with him a bed to give to them. An hour later, when she came home from school, she was told that the bed was for her. She was very happy and in awe because she thought that because she was the eldest child, she was not paid attention. Thanks to the cleaning carried out, she changed her surname. All the affliction she felt, excuse me, toward school disappeared, thanks to the Supreme God and Meishu-sama. Excuse me. Edvania learned that when we give service, we don't need to afflict ourselves with problems, because God takes care of those who are concerned with the divine work. Her commitment is to guide as many people as possible and to participate in the construction of the Simeone's Johrei Center. She's very thankful to the Supreme God, Meishu-sama and her ancestors, for the permission they granted her to be introduced to this wonderful path of salvation. Edivani is especially grateful to her grandmother Maria Mulaza for having been utilized as an instrument for guiding her. She is also thankful to her ministers for their wise guidance contributing to her spiritual growth and to all those who listen to her faith experience with attention. Thank you very much for attending this evening service. Wish you a wonderful evening, a wonderful week. And with this concludes our evening service. Thank you very much.